It's 11 p.m. Dan is at the kitchen table, sending application number 47 this month. Resume rewritten. Network worked. He is putting in more effort than he has in 20 years and getting less back than ever. If you have ever pushed harder and watched your life move slower, you know exactly how this table feels. Dan wasn't lazy. Dan wasn't unlucky. Dan was breaking a rule nobody ever told him existed. A few months earlier, Dan had finally stopped fighting battles that were eating him alive, and for a while it was good, quiet even. But then the quiet curdled into something else, stillness, no callbacks, no motion, and to a man watching his runway shrink, stillness feels like failing. So Dan reached for the only tool he'd ever been given.
More. 50 applications a week instead of 20. He cut his rate. He took coffee meetings with people who couldn't help him, hoping they knew people who could. Every silence made him row harder, and every stroke made him more tired and more invisible. He was 3 weeks into this when a former colleague watched him refresh his inbox for the third time in one lunch and said 6 words that genuinely offended him.
"Stop rowing, you're scaring the fish,"
said Maria, the one from his old office who never seemed to chase anything and somehow was never short of options. She told him the truth nobody else would.
"Desperation is loud. It leaks into every message, every call, every conversation. People can't say what it is, but they can feel it, and they quietly step back from it."
Dan asked the only question left. Then what do I do? Her answer sounded like nothing. She hunts good news. The same way Dan was scanning the world for threats, she scans it for evidence that things work out. 3 finds a day. Anyone's. A friend lands a client. A parking spot opens up. And every time she says one sentence to herself.
"I accept this into my world."
Dan thought it was ridiculous. He was also completely out of ideas. So that night, he started counting. Day 1 felt like a joke. Day 3, something shifted that Dan didn't expect. Not the world, his eyes. A friend posted a promotion, and instead of the old sting of envy, Dan caught himself thinking, good, it's close. An old client's name floated up out of nowhere. The old Dan would have buried it under 10 more applications. The new Dan sent one easy, honest email. No pitch, no push. 2 days later, a reply. A small project. Honestly, an insultingly small project. And here's where Dan did the strangest thing yet. He celebrated it like it mattered. Because Maria had warned him, how you treat the small ones decides whether the bigger ones come. And they came. Not overnight, not a jackpot, but for the first time in months, things were moving toward Dan instead of away from him. Same man, same market. So what actually changed? There is an old idea that explains it. Good things do not arrive alone. They travel in currents. The solution, the introduction, the idea, the break, they come clustered in streaks like a wave rolling through all the ways your life could go. Some traditions call it the wave of fortune. And the brutal part is this: effort doesn't catch it. Desperation actually repels it. You row right past it, too busy straining to feel the water rise. Noticing catches it. Your attention is the posture that puts you in its path. So here is the whole practice, free. It is called the good news filter. For 7 days, find 3 pieces of good news a day, yours or anyone's. Each time say, I accept this into my world. And at night, before you sleep, replay your 3 finds once and let them go. That's it, 7 days. But a warning Maria never gave Dan. The moment the wave shows up, it will test you, because your first instinct will be to grab it and squeeze. What happens then is a story for another day. I spent years being Dan, rowing harder at everything, certain that effort was the only honest currency, and wondering why the harder I pulled, the stiller the water got. Learning to notice instead, that changed the direction of my life. So tell me in the comments, where are you rowing hardest right now? The job search, the business, The relationship? Say it in one line. I read every one and I answer. If this found you on the right night, tap like and send it to the one person you know who is grinding themselves down right now. They'll know why you sent it. And if you want to see the bigger picture this comes from, watch the free Reality Lifeline wake-up call at free.realitylifeline.com. Link below. Dan let go of the oars. He stopped wanting things to happen. He stopped hoping they would. He started intending. So here's how we end every video around here. I do not want or hope. I intend. I'll see you there.